Tea time with Bodyslams.
Tall John, Big
be
John,
honest with you,
Latin John,
to be honest with
Latin
you,
heartthrob John,
Wait a minute,
Latin sex machine John.
pretty much I am the new age shockmaster. That's what I am.
Jump into my mouth, Brian. I'll eat you. He did bite him in the match. The Raging Crow, Justin Garcia. Jonathan Chavez. V. John Allen. Tea time with Bodyslams. A refined look at grappling.
Hello, everybody. I'm here. We're all here. We're looking at each other. We're breaking the fourth wall. It's tea time with the Bodyslams.
With body slams. Maybe even a suplex. We'll see.
I'd prefer a powerbomb myself, but hey, you know me. I can't be pleased by much.
You're a high roller, man. You go big or go home.
What can I say?
From the
What can
big
I
man.
say?
All
What can
right,
I
so
say?
who are we here today? The usual, myself, Justin Garcia, Jonathan Chavez, and the John Allen.
How we doing?
I think we're
folks.
doing all good. We came back from an awesome show. F.U.W.
Wait. You gotta do it right. Awesome!
Yes. Now with live studio audience.
Hey! Everyone cheer!
Yeah.
Yeah, we got groupies.
Yes. We absolutely do.
We're in a room, 3 guys, 3 women. You know what happens? A great game of Parcheesi.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes.
So, what we here to talk about today, ladies, gentlemen.
Well, I know that the review might be somewhat biased on my part, but you guys pitched it out there, and I'm game for it. We're going to talk a little bit about a little show that was a huge success last night, Skyboxmania, the first outing from Fans United Wrestling in San Diego, California.
Not starring Hulkamania, which made it A-OK by me.
Not starring a couple of punks, but that's not gonna be here or there.
You know, I get the feeling like that's totally my catchphrase, by the way. The not here or there.
Not here or there.
When if Medi Mike listens to this, he'll be like, Johnny, stealing your shit.
Wiggum, please calm down. Nobody's stealing the thunder.
Look here, Wiggum.
That's Wiggum, not Wigga. I want to be clear.
Look here.
Yeah.
Ralphie mentioned me on the podcast.
You're an awesome guy, Matty Mike.
Yes, and really fantastic commentary from him last night. He really stepped up his game.
Yeah.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yes,
Fans United Wrestling.
it's a new thing.
Such a fantastic first outing, if I do say so myself.
We're not stroking John Allen's ego, even though this is his first.
Though we are stroking something.
You like the show, ladies?
Yes.
No.
Overall thought, what were you guys' expectations going into it?
Athleticism.
Nervous. I was nervous because, you know, it was, you're starting this shit off right off the ball, and it's kind of like, you don't want to fuck up for your first outing.
Right, and you know, I've been telling you guys some of the crap I've had. We won't go into it, but I mean, you know, I've told you some of the troubles I've had getting this show off.
We have the
ground.
dirt sheet that you won't know.
It's
Right.
the trials and the tribulations, and we're not going to get into that right now.
Not only that, but it was my first time ever going to the Skybox. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna put a wrestling ring?
That was my first thought. That was when I first was part of AWA's curtain call back at the end of tail end of 2012. I hadn't been to the Skybox before, but I knew it wasn't that huge of a place. I was like, you're gonna fit a ring in there? And lo and behold, for a 16 by 16 ring, you can do that and still have room for
Some pretty good high flying spots, I must say.
It's not professional unless it's 20 by 20, brother.
yeah. So cool. First thoughts as you walked in and saw the whole thing.
See, here's the thing. I was just like, somebody's going to crack their head on the ceiling.
I was waiting for it, but it never happened.
I'm happy it did it.
Right.
I really am. I was wondering, because, you know, a lot of these guys are high flying guys. I was wondering, how are the crowd dives going to work?
Yeah,
And
it
then
was
I
very
saw
like
them work,
very close.
And I was just like, this is pretty fucking awesome.
Some of you know, I used to have people. I remember back in the day commentating AWA. Some people would complain about how, like, you know, there's not enough room to really do like a shooting star press or anything. But you know, if you know what you're doing and you launch yourself in the right way, you can still go up top. I mean, I think we saw somebody do a frog splash last night. Jacob Diaz made good use of a second rope moonsault.
Yeah, Eli, I'm pretty sure he did a really good flip senton off the apron.
Yes, he did actually. Oh my
Yeah.
god. So should we go match by match?
Let's go match
Yeah,
by
let's
match.
do this shit.
You know what? Let's go with the beginning, with the return of the John Allen to Skybox.
Yeah.
And
Welcome back. Welcome back.
That was a very raucous crowd last night, if I do say so myself.
And it was our fault.
So yeah, I mean, you guys were really starting some of the chance stuff. So happy, I tell you. I mean, I thought, I don't know how many people go to the other shows. The last time anybody saw me at a wrestling show in San Diego, I was a heel. So I thought, maybe John Allen was a puto. But it shows you what a different kind of an audience we pulled in. A lot of casual goers, a lot of people who came from the last time wrestling was in that particular building, and so on. So no, everybody was that was just so cool. In fact, I was so touched and overwhelmed, for lack of a better word. I mean, I had like this whole like Paul Heyman at the beginning of One Night Stand sort of shoot thing in my head, but I just kind of like got lost in the moment.
Yeah.
You made John Allen cry.
Right. But yeah, no, got it. Said what I wanted. Touched on the controversy a bit. Said what needed to be said, and just was so thankful for everybody being there and supporting the first outing, which would then take us into opening segment with Damon Devine and SoCal Crazy.
I love you, SoCal Crazy. Can you throw me around the ring a bit? No? Okay.
Hey, David Devine, can you teach me how to lift weights properly?
That guy.
I gotta work on my arms, dude. I found out today because I was carrying around a very heavy amp for a little bit. My arms got really tired. I never miss a leg day, but apparently I gotta focus on some arm days too.
That dude is like a fucking mini tank, man.
The dude is built like a brick shithouse.
Huge, best body I've seen in the local scene. So he's, when I was helping put together the show, I knew I had to have Damon back. Damon, he'd been around doing shows. I've been seeing him doing shows in San Diego since I was commentating for the old AWA days back in like 2009. And I tell you what really made me say, hey, I've got to have this guy back. And there was someone out there who fought me on this idea, of course. But
Boo Earns!
yeah, no, when he seeing him go against Chris Masters at Heroes, I was like, this kid's got it. With the right guy, it just works. And then we had such an amazing good guy bad guy dynamic between.
They had a great segment right there.
Pardon the pun on dynamic, because of course Rick Dynamic was involved, but.
They had such a fantastic opening shoot on each other. SoCal really going into why he has done what he has done, and Damon telling them that he just does not care.
And also props to SoCal, because there were some lucha fans there, and he was one of only like one or two luchas on the show. So of course you'd have the Mexican crowd wanting to cheer for him still, because he's sort of representing the lucha libre style. But rather than milking that and kind of going into business for himself, being the professional that he is, he found a way to say, no, don't you cheer for me.
You just want to see me wreck myself on the floor.
Right.
Break your back.
Break
your
I
back.
gotta say, though, that I love the dude as a heel, because the one thing I will say about the show, the heels are really on point. Like, you start talking shit, they talk shit right back. And I've seen many a heel just crumble. Absolutely crumble when it comes to that kind of pressure, and we're completely chewing the fuck out of SoCal Crazy.
Yeah.
The break your back chants that I started,
You sell cheek
the
list.
you sell cheek list, SoCal shit stain. We were just going all
Let's
the
see.
fuck out.
You're not Conan. You're not Sin Cara. You're not Ray.
Yeah. And Damon held his own as well. I mean, like, I couldn't tell you, he's promoted before. I couldn't tell you like he's had like pipe bombs or anything, but still held his own against SoCal,
Yeah, very good promos. Very good promos.
And then, of course, it kind of escalated to a bit of a physical.
Yeah, which is, how you had to end that segment that way to sort of tease the match.
And Damon, that was a very impressive drop kick, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, well done. Which then takes us into our
Match
opening
numero
contest. Dark Usagi versus Eli Everfly.
Dark Usagi, or as I like to have called him that night, Dark
Dark
Bukake.
Bukake.
It was a very good insult, and he jerked off on the top rope at me. Good job.
Another promo, this time by Susuke Saito.
If I could say something, it was very small, but a lot of us caught it.
He botched his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's sorry. I mean, yeah, because I didn't. It was one of those things where I'm backstage, and we're about. He hadn't told me what his name was gonna be. His real name. I know it. He's been a friend of mine for years, and I was like, so. What are you gonna be when you go out there? He's like, oh, I'll announce it. I'm like, no, fucker, you tell me now because I need to know that to announce you.
Yeah.
So it's Susuke Saito, and then really on point with calling the audience what he did.
You bunch of fat fucks.
Yeah.
Oh! And we
lazy Americans, and then we started patting our bellies.
Yeah, and then we called him Mr. Fuji because it seemed appropriate.
No, you're not Fuji.
No, we just said Mr. Fuji.
I'm gonna take a quick poll, a little off topic, but who would mind if we sacrifice a little bit of the audio quality to turn the AC back on?
I'm alright with that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
Okay.
Fans, I hope you appreciate the sacrifices we make for you.
Put it on high, bro.
You
Put it on high.
You don't want us to
sure?
pass out. You don't want us to pass out before we talk about the whole show. So let's do that.
It's a very hot day in sunny Southern California, and for those of you who are natives here, you know that LA can be scorching, and that's what it is today.
By the way, I'll be on a radio show with Scorch tomorrow.
So good segue. Good segue.
I had to connect it.
Very nice.
So yeah, just to be clear, that buzzing is not from any lack of production quality. It's just because we don't want to pass out. So
We are literally dying right now.
I'm kind of sweating buckets. I got that flop sweat.
On the plus side, though, I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, man, I wish I still had my 24-hour fitness membership so I could sauna out all the booze I drank last night. So there we go.
I tell you what, man, I have mine. I'll just take you in as a guest.
Oh, well, there we go. Yeah, because I'm trying to choose right now because I like the tanning and the hydro.
Oh, nice.
We are so off topic.
We
It is
really-
We
ridiculous.
always are, though. Let's be
Sorry.
real here.
Sorry, Susuke Saito.
Yes,
And
back
Dark
on you.
Bukake.
And Dark Usagi.
Yep. So, okay, opening promo, yay, nay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay. Very yay. Because he, Mr. Saito, really did go into kind of chewing us out for chants and whatnot.
Yeah.
And when we call you Mr. Fuji, that's actually a very good compliment because we love Mr. Fuji. And you came off really good there.
Fuji was the greatest.
You put us Americans in our place, so to speak.
I was actually a little bit worried about, I don't know. I mean, I was worried like, hey man, is this too many promos back to back? They're hungry for a match. But, no, just one more because I really wanted to make sure that Usagi was introduced and reestablished because it was a new audience as well, and that with a character like Dark Usagi who doesn't talk, you got to kind of have something to introduce it. And
all he does is
so let's get some heat on him and then let's go and do a match. So
he does a couple of Pokemon roars.
Right, so you want to see Eli kick the crap out of him,
Exactly.
which would then put us into the match.
Yes,
So let me just comment on something. That Eli kid has a fantastic intro, I must say. The kid is unnecessarily acrobatic.
From the wise words of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, he's very fabulous.
I like this kid so much. Should I shoot on this a little bit? He wasn't my original choice because when I was originally helping with booking the show, I didn't know him. I didn't know he existed. But it came down to the wire, and I knew I wanted to put Usagi with a high flyer, and then lo and behold, Jacob the Right Diaz told me about this guy who'd been training at Santino Brothers, and I know anybody who trains at Santino Brothers has their act together. And then I knew he'd be good, but my God,
Yeah,
Right.
Most definitely.
and still so new to the business. But everything I wanted from that match and then some.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a
Good matchup.
very good. It was very raw, but very good. Like you can see, these two could have great future chemistry in matches.
Oh, yeah, this is their first time.
And it was still a very solid match. I mean, I think it was the springboard DDT that kind of sealed it for me.
Yeah.
Like that was a great thing to see.
You've got the classic cruiserweight move list where, arm drag over, like,
You could have put this match anywhere on the card, I think, and it would have held its own. But
Yeah,
it was very important that there was a really fast-paced, very athletic opener.
Yeah.
And
especially after the 3 promos, you better get right into the
exactly.
action quick.
If you have a slop fest after that much talking, you
You're
can
gonna
lose
lose the
people.
crowd.
Right. So no, and I think they knew that because they both have very good minds for the business. So, here we are, lauding praise upon it and well deserved.
Yeah. I really did wish he had picked up the W, but you know what? Dark Usagi brought it. He's no slouch in there.
And he turned your chest into dog meat with those Ric Flair slaps, man. Yeah. I bet Eli's chest was fucking flaring, and I mean he's like 12 years old, so his chest don't have that much capacity to it, you know.
The best chant, and it wasn't for Dark Usagi during this match. It was check his ID. Eli, you are a great guy, and I can't wait to see your next match, man.
And thank you for adding me on Facebook.
And I can't get your new flippin' theme out of my darn head.
What is his theme?
It's from
because I wanted to ask you half of these things because now I want them on my iPod.
Well, yeah, I mean it's from a band. It's called Carousel. God bless it. Botchamania. I can't remember the name of the band off the top of my head. He had a theme he wanted me to use, and I just felt like it was good. You know, for the character, it fit. But I was like, you know, I need something with a beat because you know you're coming off of a promo. You're coming off of Usagi's music, which is a little bit more methodical. It's like I need something to pump people back up.
Yeah.
So I found something that was still in the vein of like, you know, freak show, circus sort of thing. And I said, hey, how do you feel about this one? He's like, I like it a lot, actually. So we went with it. You know, I put it to his logo and made a quick video, and it worked. It combined with all the flair that he had with the boa and the mask and then the suspenders and everything. Yeah, it woke people up.
He rocked that boa better than Hulkamania.
Well. So fantastic match. Thanks to the both of them. I was so happy to call that match.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
That would then take us into a triple
threat match.
Triple match.
Baby Lord. Man.
Oh, baby Lord, it's a triple threat match.
Triple threat.
Triple threat. It was a three-way dance.
Yep.
And it was
I thought this match was okay.
It was okay. It was not my favorite of the night.
Just to label it, we have Ali Hussein and Sam Winchester versus Jimmy Ray Walker with Dan the Man Bublitz.
Okay, I just want to start off on this one. I loved Ali. I loved Winchester, but I feel like Jimmy Walker. I only want to call him Jimmy Walker because I'm reminded of JJ from Good Times.
Oh.
And I wanted to chant Dynamite. But I feel like he was
just been me and Justin who would get that.
Yeah, but I feel like he was the wrong opponent for those two.
Okay. Why is that?
I don't know. It just seemed like he's a big guy, so it came up as like, we two little guys need to team up against a big guy. But I don't know. The match didn't give off any real great chemistry to me. Okay. I would have loved to have taken a guy like Everfly and put in that match and just get the most insane shit ever. I don't know. Jimmy Walker didn't really stick with me too much. And then Dan the Man Bublitz.
Boy, did you clip on that one. I am looking at the audio right now, and I'm going to have to do some restoration on that one.
Bublitz.
Okay. John, your thoughts?
My thoughts, I did enjoy them all. Jimmy Walker, you know, he put out a couple of really good moves, you know, clotheslines here and there, you know, that he gave off actually a really sick roundhouse kick to the back of the head of, I think it was it Ahmed?
I don't quite recall, but
I believe it was him. Like, he caught him back in the head square. I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he gave him a concussion.
I do like that, yeah, he pays off the gimmick for so long. The two main aspects of his gimmick are that he plugs his Twitter account so much, #JRDub, and that he was a former MMA guy. So, whenever he throws out the kicks or a submission, I'm like, you know, thank you for paying off the gimmick.
I just wish that they had put someone that more complimented that.
It's not even complimenting that, because if you watch, like, old WWE shit and you'd have two high flyers and somebody like that in there, I just wish he had put out more of his repertoire. If you're an MMA guy, show me some more MMA style stuff. You're kind of getting tossed around, and he didn't really come out seeming that impressive to me.
Okay. Well, let's just say that I know the booker for this show, and I know that...
let's just say that you know the inner workings of F.U.W.
You know, hypothetically. And that another match was advertised, some bullshit happened, and, that they had to put together a match to pay off the gimmick of, like, hey, we're gonna have at least 6 matches. And sometimes in indie wrestling, you can advertise everything you want, but you don't really know what the show is going to be like until about a half hour before bell, because who's going to show up?
Who's going to not show?
So many things can happen, man. Like, even if they have the best intentions, the car can break down. their kid could be sick and they have to go to the hospital. They could have injured...
Be stuck at work.
Injured their back moving furniture. So,
Or someone can tell them, don't go.
Originally, that match had been booked and rebooked so many times. But I know that it was still going to be a tag match, but we worked with what we had, and to have talents as capable as we did. I mean, there was some good to pull off a triple threat. You guys is so hard,
Yes,
so
it
hard
is.
because everybody wants to get their shit in. And it's like, it's hard enough having a one-on-one match, but to have three, it's basically juggling.
I could see that.
Juggling spots, juggling everything.
And yet, even though I know for a fact they didn't know that they would be having that match until maybe
20 minutes or so before the
15
show.
minutes before bell,
Oh,
they were
shit.
still able to put together, 10 minutes maybe, you would say?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there were still some good, like, three-man spots, like the test of strength among three people.
Yeah.
I saw a triple pump handle slam.
Which was
The
actually
double
real-
clothesline.
Which was really good, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good match for what was obviously given. I would just say for future, bookings with this guy, if we can, get someone who can really bring out more of his style.
Sure.
Because he seems like if he's an MMA guy, he'd be more of a striker kind of style. I want to see more of that shit.
You know, JR actually had a long rivalry with Dark Usagi. And
That's interesting.
well,
I actually would have loved to see.
and I know that we thought about that, but I was like, it's been done. I mean, I know that we're starting fresh, and this is like almost a completely new audience. But I was like, they've had it twice. I'm not saying it won't happen again because to have like the third, you need a tiebreaker, so to speak.
Right.
But I was like, let's do something fresh.
Right.
So
I agree.
which is completely understandable.
we were just
Because
so
we don't want to see Orton this.
we were just so grateful to have them. Period. I mean, if they hadn't, shoot, I would have had to throw in a leotard and wrestle Booger or something like that. I want to pay off. Hey, at least you're getting 6 matches. Or I would have had to ask somebody to go out twice, and I didn't really want to do that because that would take away the drama of, like, let's say I had SoCal Crazy go out twice.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a great match, but then you don't have the drama of like the build up to SoCal Crazy and Damon Devine.
And also, we've seen how that has worked out before.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
TJ Boy.
Well,
TJ Boy and Black Mamba and then TJ Boy versus Matt Twisted.
yeah.
Yeah, we saw how that worked out.
Which we talked about this on the last show, and everybody was trying to be polite, but I mean, yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? Yeah.
Right. So any other thoughts on the triple threat? I get where you're coming from entirely. I think you understand where it's like, hey, it was what it was. I was satisfied with it. Again, a little bit biased. How can I not be?
Of course.
But
here's the thing. While I enjoyed my time, it was kind of like how should I say this? It was kind of like playing a game on your iPhone. Yeah, it's something. It's cool and everything like that, but it's nothing that wows you. I enjoyed the match, but I wasn't overly impressed. And I can see the potential in all these guys and how much like I really want to see them in different kind of matches, but not my favorite of the night.
But I
I
also
mean,
will say, the heel manager that is Dan the Man Bublitz, up your stuff, man. You got to get in my face more often.
it's his first day on the job.
Yeah,
You know?
this is the first day. You got to get in my face, bro. You got to channel your inner Bobby Heenan and Fuji's and
Yeah,
all that
Fun-
stuff.
funny story on that is, Bobby. I mean, Cornette will tell you this. Paul Bearer would have told you this. He's like the go-to guy as far as like, hey, if you're looking for the template on how to be a heel manager. So when Dan was talking to me about, hey, I want to be a heel manager, I told him like, here's Bobby Heenan's TV, $10, pick it up. I'll even pitch in 5 because I want to watch it.
It's good. I've seen it. It's
Oh, yeah?
really good. It was on Netflix for a small period of time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they've taken up a lot of the wrestling documentaries they had. I
Because
saw
they're
that.
trying to put it on the 24/7 or what do you call it?
The WWE Network.
network, right?
Because they had that, the AWA one, the Rise and Fall of WCW.
You're welcome, Vince. You just got a free plug.
Yeah, right. What the fuck?
God damn it.
But yeah, Bobby the Brain Heenan is that prototypical heel manager. He's perfect.
He did everything right. Did everything right. I mean, there's people who would say about his commentary sometimes he tried to put the focus more on himself, but I mean, still, I mean, it's
That's
hilarious.
perfect, though. That was perfect for being a heel.
Yeah. So okay, triple threat match. I think we'd all agree. Fucking, pardon my language. Great work rate from everybody involved. and you'd like to see them have the characters develop more, and we'll see what else.
Yeah. And did you really just say pardon my language on a show where we curse more than anything?
Well, he's the responsible one.
I gotta be a little bit.
No,
He's the responsible
mother,
one.
father. All right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Hey, you noticed that I started doing that.
I've been noticed.
I try to watch my language when I can. I forgot who it was that got me on mother, father, but I like that because, you don't need to drop a million F-bombs in a sentence.
Fuckity fuck.
What did I just...
You, sir, are a fiend and a
Will you
rapscallion.
stop bringing up stuff from our childhood, John?
No.
So, triple threat, great athletic contest, good gimmick.
Third match.
Yeah.
Third match.
It was the women's match. wasn't
Women's match, Falls Count Anywhere, Katana Vera versus Hudson Envy with Katana Vera picking up the win.
Now, I
Holy
want to tell you
crap.
something. For all you people who watch WWE matches, you divas need to get a notebook and some pen and all that stuff and take notes because you suck compared to these girls.
Tamina, Natalia,
Y'all are fine.
you guys are great. AJ, I'm sure you'd be good too if they let you work. Shut up.
The Bellas, Mrs. Weird Funky Dance Lady.
Hey, you know what? Emma, she wants to be there. I'll give her that much credit. She's at least kind of improving. The Bellas have improved miles and miles. Not saying much. But here's the thing. Just look up a YouTube match of these two ladies because, Jesus.
I was, Hudson freaking wowed me right off the bat. Very vicious style. And
What
I
a
loved
great
it.
look.
Oh,
What a
yeah.
Fantastic look. And she got in even better shape than she was the last time she was in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Katana Vera coming out. And, you get the crowd going.
Mm-hmm.
You do. And then you see... because everybody thinks like, oh, man, it looks like Hudson's going to dominate this right off the bat. Like, I heard some guys behind me say that. I heard the table next to me kind of say that.
Hell, I
because-
even kind of thought it myself.
And
I'm not going to lie.
And cut her.
Well, I like the dynamic of that because, who looks like they're going to kick the crap out of you?
She reminds me of from TNA ODB.
Yeah, I mean, Katana comes out to a lighter sounding song even, and yet, the ace cutter.
The sweetheart of SoCal wrestling.
Right.
When you hear
And
that as an
then-
announcer, you're just like,
You know what, Randy Orton? That's how you pull a cutter out of nowhere.
I remember.
Alright?
I remember at Summer Slam Jam, which was a show we did for AWA. I asked Katana.
Summer Slam Jam.
Yeah, we barely dodged a lawsuit on that one. I asked Katana. I was like, "Hey, what do you want me to announce you guys tonight? Anything special?" She's like, "Well, like, where are you from?" And she said, "From Disneyland." So it was like, I think it was like, I announced you like from Disneyland. The princess of, I don't know. It was like a Disney princess of wrestling or something. So yeah, I like the whole Beauty and the Beast sort of thing, even though they're both gorgeous. And then, Falls Count Anywhere.
And she took a knock the hard way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
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 Katana, if you're listening, God bless you for pushing through that.
So many professional, quote-unquote, diva wrestlers need to take serious notes from you two. Because you put on a hell of a match. It was like, Katana bringing out a lot more fancy, like a lot more style, a lot more technique. Hudson just bringing out raw, brute force.
Right.
And you can see those two styles really in their element and really working.
It was a great dynamic. It was great to see those two styles very highlighted in a women's match. This is why I watch a lot of Mexican and Japanese women's matches, because they still do that.
They showcase the athleticism way more. It's
Right.
not just about like look at the bikini girls in a ring.
Yeah.
Look at this girl who got off the cover of Maxim. We put some
Like,
leotard
hey,
on her.
I found this chick in the Sears catalog. Check her out.
The Sears cattle?
Exactly.
They're advertising women in Sears? How
Roger-
come they're going under?
Yeah.
Because they advertised Emma, I guess.
And also some interesting interplay between San Diego Roller Derby.
Oh, yeah.
I love those girls.
Yeah, I mean
With the short hair.
we
You
worked
shut your arm out.
out a cross promotional deal. That's all Spike Sorrentino, his brainchild, and my God, it did it pay off? Hell yes.
Yes, it did.
Beer in the face. Yeah, hey, Hudson got some free beer.
Yeah. She got some free beer from a hot chick. It works out
I
fine.
mean, who could complain? I know I wouldn't.
Absolutely, and we'll be seeing both again. Absolutely, because I mean, how can you not?
I am looking forward to that. Hopefully, to a return match sometime in the future. Those two worked a great match.
I just want to see any of them in the ring again. Honestly, either of the two in the ring with anybody. Because they put on a hell of a match.
Well, I know the guy who helps put together the matches, and I think I think it's almost like when you're talking to like Bruce Wayne or Clark Kent, where it's like, "Oh, I think Superman knows you're grateful."
Yeah. Good job.
So then we go. So that's any other thoughts on that match, or can we move on to
The intermission.
Jonathan? It sounds like you got a thought in your head.
Oh man,
I can see it in your eyes because I'm actually in front of you.
It's
for
there
once.
because here's the thing. I'm so happy to finally see a quality women's match. Because aside from every now and again when I have time to actually tune in and watch some Lucha Libre or go on the internet and look up the latest Triple Tails match or something,
Or any old school match.
or any old school match, mind you, it's very difficult to see something fresh like that, and I was very happy to finally see something.
And it's not entirely the talent's fault. The producers and the people who make
and
decisions, they tell them, "Hey, we can't have you outshine the guys."
And I get that. I do. I understand, and a lot of these women have families, and a lot of these women are like, this is my dream to be in this company. If this is the pill I gotta swallow, I'm gonna swallow it. So you know
and
what?
we talked about glass ceilings.
We
them
talked
was really low.
We talked about glass ceilings. I get it. I give you all the respect in the world. I wish some of you just had a better work rate. These two women showed off what two ladies who really know the business and really know their stuff can fucking do, and I am happy that I was there to see it. This is why you see the smile on my face.
I'm gonna.
We can't really see it,
right.
but as far as you know.
I'm showing you. Well, you two guys.
Right. So, I mean, take it for it. I'm telling you, there's a smile. I'll back him up on that. And I'll say this too, because I mean, you raise a very good point. But just to not to pay respect and to not discredit any of the female wrestlers that are on the big leagues right now.
Yeah.
Again, I need to reiterate. I'm sure a lot of them can actually go, but they're told to tone it down so as to not upstage some of the guys at times.
And I've said it before and again. I give you all the respect. I know a lot of you have improved from when you initially started.
It's just really upsetting
It's
to
just
see.
upsetting that this is what it's all been reduced to, and I know you guys are trying your hardest, and God bless you.
Meanwhile, at Fans United Wrestling, we appreciate we're doing everything we can to be. We're hearing the complaints. We're hearing the people dissatisfied with certain other products out there. So we're like, hey, look, we'll give the people what they want. Dude, if you want the women's match to be the main event, we'll do it. And we got the people that'll be worth having as the main event. So
Yeah,
we'll see where it goes. That's what I flippin' love about it, is the potential, you guys. A company that's not based off like backstage crap. It's not based. I mean, of course, there's certain templates and formulas that have to be adhered to in order to run a business. But to have something out there that's like, look, give the people what they want, and that's the driving principle behind the business. God, that's amazing.
By the people, for the people.
We the people.
No, you ruined it.
No,
You went from like
I
everyone
was-
being happy to racism.
how the hell was it racist?
I was
We the people.
Damn it, Zeb Coulter with your Yosemite Sam mustache. I was actually going to do an Epic Rap Battles of History line right there, and then you just cut me off. I appreciate it, though, because you know what? I love that gimmick.
So we got us a halftime show on Skyboxmania,
Halftime show.
which I mean, we're a wrestling podcast, and this wasn't wrestling, but still,
was fun.
what's important is that the fans had fun.
Yeah, the fans had fun. There's a couple military guys in there. One of them got brought up. This gentleman.
The roller derby people involved again. I think, as I saw, I was kind of running around backstage and stuff, but it looked like we had like Doom from San Diego Roller Derby in the ring.
Yeah.
Was that the girl with the face paint?
Yes.
Then there, yeah. With the short hair that John loves so much.
Yeah.
Jonathan Chavez loves all the girls with the short hair.
I really do. I'm not even going to lie about that.
Ladies, if you're listening and you want to get with the Latin sex machine John, shave your head to really close proportions.
Yeah. Operators are standing by.
Oh, God.
So yeah, I mean, Medi comes through in the clutch. I actually wanted to be more involved with that because I was like, how can I get on this? It's a fun gimmick, but it's fine. I'm all over the darn place, so it's fine to let him have his fun.
You were lounging up there, though.
Yeah. I took that
A little
photo.
bit.
I
A
took
little
that
bit.
Doing a
picture.
little posing.
Oh, that's a good. I think that's a profile pic in the making.
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you.
So fun times. Thank you, Medi Mike, for putting together a very fun show that involves the people. Again, that's the idea. Is we want to have the people involved. If you look at the mission statement on the website, it's like this is a company that gives the people a voice and a reason and a reason to use it. Not just like, hey, we want to hear what you say. We want to give you a product that motivates you to use that voice.
Exactly.
Now, John, you said there was a website.
Oh,
I know
absolutely.
it's early in the show, but
Well,
can you say it again?
Halfway through. So www.fansunitedwrestling.com.
That's awesome. Now, moving on.
Now, sir, you said that raw. I'm not gonna do it.
I was like, really? A second time? Are we doing this? Are we really doing this a second
man.
time?
My voice is sore from cheering, so no.
My voice is sore from pulling a Joey Styles JR combo all night.
You
That was-
really did.
that
I
was
noticed
really
that
impressive.
myself.
That was very impressive.
More Joey than JR, but I noticed
Thank
the
you.
Joey.
Yeah, you know what it is those are my two favorites. Talking to me about me talking about how I approach the announcing and the live commentary. Mm-hmm. I have so much respect for both. If I had to give the edge as far as like who I'm sort of not homaging a little bit more, I would say Joey at times. Because and I find myself, being an impressionist because I'm trying to follow that same sort of tone of importance and really wanting to convey the importance of every match. Mm-hmm. I do find myself, my own voice, sort of slipping into that thin scratch of Joey just a little bit at times.
Yeah. See, and I gotta say this, agreeing with you, I really do love Joey Styles as a commentator.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to put up the top two, it'd be Joey and Gorilla Monsoon myself.
True.
Yeah.
And you do get a little bit of Gorilla Monsoon, not to plug myself too much, but
not too much.
You do get a little bit of Gorilla for me as well with Mehdi, because Mehdi is kind of like my foil a bit, or like, he'll say something that maybe isn't
The greatest.
traditional, shall we say.
So would you say he's your Bobby or he's your Jesse?
He would be, in certain moments, he's my Bobby Heenan. Because, you did hear me, like, at one point, will you stop, Mehdi? Will you stop? So you had that going on. Where were we? I'm lost.
We were talking
again.
about announcers.
Put on a rest hold. I'm lost.
Yeah, so...
My favorites.
Yes, okay, so about the announcing, that's... And somebody else was complimenting me after the show, it kind of reminds me of, like, Joey and JR. And I was like, that's exactly what I'm going for. Thank you. But still trying to be John Allen as well. Be it, not just imitating them, but also putting my own spin on things. But again, there's certain formulas that have been there since the beginning, and you have to follow them.
And not just John Allen, but the John Allen.
Yeah, I think the one time I ever commentated, and thank you for that opportunity, by the way, I think I was going for more of a Joey/JBL look.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just came off as imitating JR literally to the T. He's got evil intentions with that choke slam.
But if
I were to say my favorite commentators, it'd be like JR and Booker T. I actually really did dig Booker.
Yeah, Booker has some great, I don't know if it's intentional or unintentional, but the comedy from him is very fun.
I don't know what that man good. What the hell?
Shucky ducky, quack, quack.
What the hell? He got the all up in that letter, bro.
Yeah. I really did want to put in, again, I'll get off the subject too, because I'm not trying to, make this about me and my commentary, but I'm really not.
Even though it's about you and your show.
I promise you. I really...
The John Allen Cool Guy Show.
Yeah, which I could have called it that. I really could have.
You could have.
But, and maybe we will. F.U.W, May 9th.
We got a lot of shows to go.
But I'll say, what the heck was I going to say about the commentary is, I know that with other shows I've commentated at times, if a tree falls in the woods, sometimes some of the shows I've commentated on, full disclosure here, I was like, it is what it is, so have a few drinks, have some fun, there's only so much I can do. So, but on this one, in the interest of starting fresh, starting a new brand, trying to correct mistakes of the past, I also had to take a hard look and say, okay, as a commentator, when have I gone into business for myself? When have I been trying to put myself over and my comedy, and when has it been at the expense of the talent? And
right.
And I took a hard look at that, honestly. And so this time I was like, you know what? You can still get your jokes in, but push the talent, push the storylines, push the athleticism, and I really hope, I don't know if I did accomplish this, but I really hope that this time out, I know there's people out there that hey, John Allen's commentary isn't my cup of tea. Sometimes in trying to incorporate the comedy and trying to appeal to a wider audience, my style hasn't always been the most traditional. Mm-hmm. But I really hope this time out, that they at least saw the effort on me trying to appeal to the purists as well.
And you don't come off as, what about me?
Yeah.
What about John Allen?
Yeah, I'm not trying. You know, I want to.
It came through loud and clear. I'm going to say that right now. It truly did.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Oh, look at him. He's like slouching. He's like, oh, I feel so good right now.
He's like a little puppy dog.
What are you gonna do?
I'm proud of him, Louis.
So after an emission,
Yes.
after an emission, we really got off topic.
It's okay.
We do that from time to time.
Not time to time, dude. It's just the
Here at the
crux
T-
of our show.
Yeah.
Here at the Tea Time with Body Slams.
We come back with, wow, what a match. Shady, Jacob the Riot Diaz versus Shady.
Now,
The dancing warrior.
I gotta ask, like, oh no, not even I gotta ask, but I gotta take note here. I was really concerned that Jacob was about to get fucked the hell right up
Oh,
into
good
this
God.
match.
You could not see this, but
Let me just put it this way.
We had a lot of men from the armed forces. God bless their hearts for serving.
A lot
And
of fans.
Jacob kind of spit on one of them, and the dude looked like he was about to jump into the ropes and beat the ever-living hell out of him.
Yeah, I was, Christina and I were talking about this morning. Hi, sweetie. Where,
She's
said,
right
hey,
there.
hey,
Say hi. Okay.
hi. Yeah, see, she exists. It's not like I have a girlfriend in Canada. No.
You've never met her.
Hi,
No,
Ray.
she exists, just you can't see her because she's in Canada.
Where's my $5?
You'll get paid when the show's done. I told you. Listen.
Here, drink your agua.
Yeah.
So, Riot comes out, throws some big heat onto the Navy men, the naval servicemen. What have you? I was gonna call them seamen, but I was just like, nope.
You dick. You're gonna get knifed.
Now they're gonna kill you, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna be tea time minus John.
Right, now it's just the Justin and John show.
Woo! Getting rid of the competition every day at a time.
He's not competition. He's on the same team.
Fuck him.
Relax.
I want to be number one.
Look here, this isn't 3 count. I'm not Evan Courageous. You can go fuck yourself.
Here was the plan.
Damn.
Again, I'm talking with Christina this morning. I'll reiterate the story. She's like, hey, I really thought that Jacob was gonna get like his ass kicked. I was like, well, that was the intention. I wanted to make sure. I realized, I was like, holy crap, I got a guy in the service and I got the hippie renegade. I'm like, dude, draft dodging hippie versus guy in the service. That's amazing. I gotta push that.
Yeah,
So then we
that's
had, but she's like, did you tell? So I told him, like, have part of the promo be like, hey, I don't respect the troops. I respect me. She's like, did you tell him to spit on the guy? I was like, he did what?
Yeah,
You know?
he totally hawked one.
God, what an amazing match. I'm going to put over everybody for all the hard work, but I got to say, you put that match on any show. Not just Skyboxmania, but any show.
Any show.
A pay-per-view.
TNA, NXT.
TNA doesn't have
WWE,
pay-per-views.
WWE, ROH, New Japan. These guys tore the house down.
You got 2 veterans in there. One, literally a veteran. Been deployed 3 times, for God's sake. And then, I think 8 years for Jacob, 10 years for Shady. Shady having been on TV for XPW, and everything I wanted and more.
It was a great. I will say though, I had one small complaint. I thought the finish fell a little flat from what they were doing before that.
Remind me of the finish.
The finish was you said it was a dragon suplex into a bridge. The bridge was a little sloppy.
A bridging dragon suplex.
But here's the thing, though. It wasn't even the dragon suplex that bothered me. It was the fact that they were doing, like, the most immensely insane slams on each other. Shit that I have not seen except in, like, video games. But the finisher just fell flat compared to what they were doing. And I think we talked about this at the last show. Suspension of disbelief. Jacob is just, like, freaking huge power slams and whatnot and power bombs to hell. And he's not staying down.
It was a spear flipped into a power bomb, flipped into a pin, and then he kicks out. And what takes out Jacob? Dragon suplex.
A dragon suplex.
Which is a harsh move. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I mean, Jay Lethal used to do what was it? It was a release dragon suplex, and that looked like it killed. But here's the thing: after seeing him kick out of that, and then he gets hit with that.
It's like it would literally be like if you saw, you know, Rey Mysterio doing all of his crazy, you know, acrobatic moves, and then he beats a guy with like a shining wizard or a school
or to take it out of wrestling terms, like you see the Hulk get shot by a tank and that doesn't kill him, but a punch to the nuts and he's like Peter Griffin with the knee. Okay, no, that's fair.
Here's the thing, though. Phenomenal match.
Oh, yeah.
That
if
was
the finish was stronger, it'd be more than a 5-star match. I just felt like the finish needed to be stronger.
Can you go higher than a 5-star?
I believe you can.
Lord.
Yeah.
There's no pleasing some people. But I mean, I mean, I get where you're coming from on that. I had no. I was part of deciding who was going over. I definitely knew Shady had to win that night.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
no, absolutely.
There's so many people that were there for him and stuff. I'm one of the types where like there's certain spots I want to see, but I'm kind of a lot of the belief that, you know, especially I've been working for like a cup of coffee, so it's like
Which you have right now.
right. So I'm having my coffee Kingston. But I mean, yeah, who am I to dictate to a 18 years of experience between them? You know, so I trusted them completely, and you know, the fans were very happy.
The spots were amazing. Shady and Riot just pulled out a fantastic match.
Riot didn't get his ass kicked. It all worked out.
Suplexes, slams, high flying spots, springboards, spears. I mean,
Lizzie Sunshine.
Lizzie Sunshine. She looks like a sweetheart. She truly does. That was a very impressive match, and I was happy. That was worth the ticket price line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Yeah. Which takes us into what was it was kind of like
it was a double main event.
Kind of, yeah. Definitely one of the most pushed storylines of the show. SoCal Crazy versus Damon Devine.
Now, I want to actually get more into detail about SoCal Crazy and my personal feud that I have with this man.
What was it? Last show I had a feud with the kids. Now you have a feud with SoCal?
Well, see, here's the thing though. My feud's legit. It's with the wrestler. You were just wanting to punch children.
No, sir.
Tea time with Bodyslams. John Chavez, the child murderer.
Now, technically speaking, I was just going to throw the kids. There's a difference.
Right, but
Suplex.
SoCal. If you're listening to this, you are one of my favorite heels now. Because we are talking so much shit to you, and you brought it right back at me, telling me that I couldn't afford a ticket to be in here because I can't afford a haircut.
I love that so much. As a guy who studied improv, you know, as much as I did, I love when, like, the audience gives you something, and then you pay that gimmick right back.
And so few heels are good at that.
Right.
It's a really hard thing to do.
Because for some people, promoing is so hard in and of itself. So it's like you got a monologue in your head, and you almost, for some people, you don't listen to the audience because that would mess up your flow. But because SoCal is so damn good at what he does, he takes it, and his mind is so quick that just like that, he can use whatever you give him and throw it right the fuck back at you.
And I honestly think he made that match. I really think SoCal made... And I know he's coming off as the heel, and he betrayed the fans, and blah, 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 blah. But looking past the storyline, he fucking made that match.
Can you wear his t-shirt next time?
Dude, does he have a t-shirt?
If he doesn't, he certainly will.
Well, yeah,
I'm pretty sure he does.
I want a fucking t-shirt. And I swear, guys, I'm trying to pitch this to John Allen, so maybe if you message him a little bit, tell him that I'll go to the next event at SoCal and get in my face and be like, I remember your punk ass, and throw me all over the ring. I'll fucking take bumps hard style. Like, I don't give a shit.
Props to Damon, who my God.
Good God.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
What a great baby face.
Springboard.
Right, he is such a perfect quintessential baby face.
And here's the thing, for a guy who's built like that, he is not slow.
No.
And he is not afraid to take it to the air.
You'd expect that though, right? You'd expect him to be like, I'm big.
And that's it. And that would be the easy way to go. And with a body like that, you could go that route. But no, because that's why I knew. Again, another match that, quote unquote, some people weren't really questioning me on when we were booking it. I was like, no, dude.
Fuck those people.
I know they can pull it off, and they did in spades.
They did. I mean, just every move that these guys pulled out against each other, one after the other, after the other, after the other.
Not only that,
it was
but great
amazing.
in-ring storytelling.
And so many great false finishes it teases as well. Like, 1, 2, he got no.
Oh my god!
I was literally moving to the edge of my seat. I'm not even gonna lie about that. I almost knocked over my beer, and I was just like, "Oh shit, I'm getting really into this."
And I guess one more time.
One more time.
Again, not. I knew it was a feud that could go a couple shows, but it's like, well,
Divine, you better beat his manager in 2 minutes, man.
yeah,
You
that's
better
the
do it.
gimmick. Is Rick Dynamic, who thank you for being there, man. You being a part of the show means the world.
Perfect heel manager that
Oh
night.
my God, I love-
so perfect.
I love that when he was just like, he went up to the crowd.
SoCal. And nobody's cheering. He's covering SoCal's ears. He's like, no, they're not cheering you, SoCal. They're not doing that.
He was playing the papi role. He was just like, no, mijo, no, they don't mean it.
Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf. Papa
They're
Smurf.
all the same
You sell
height.
chiclets.
No, here's the thing. Damien Devine's smaller than this guy, shorter than this guy, and they were still calling him Papa Smurf. Well, then again, I wouldn't call Damien Devine a Smurf to his fucking face.
No,
That's a
not
good
at all.
way. That's a good way to have your ankle ripped off, your face rearranged.
I am attached to my testicles, thank you very much.
Well,
I
But
don't
I'm telling
want
you
them
right now.
forcibly removed like a paper towel.
But I'm telling you right now, SoCal, I'm coming for you, nigga.
so one more to. Oh, crap.
Damn it, Booker T.
Hey, black guy.
Yeah,
Black guy.
You can get away with
I
it.
can get away with it. None of you can.
I can, I just don't care.
So one more time, we'll see it at F.U.W. and man, my God, how do you top yourself after that showing?
You
But-
top yourself with some thumbtacks and some chairs and some garbage
What a
cans.
Segue, my
God.
Well
Dude, I'm on
done.
my game, man. I'm on my
Good job.
game.
Yes, you are, and
So okay,
I
let's
can't hate
label
you
it.
on that.
Let's label it. Main event for the Nug Life Championship. Matt Twisted versus the massive Maldacito.
Who will win the weed belt?
Yes.
and you know what?
In Extreme Rules.
And you know what? We got twisted. That was an insane match.
Man, I did not. Okay. We gotta give one thing. Me and you, John, were on this. We were just like, if this fucker does a flip or some crazy, if Maldacito does something crazy, jumping in the air, I'm done. I've got nothing to say.
Because
I
here's
quit.
the thing. I was about to start a "You're not Bam Bam" chant, and I'm halfway through saying "Bam Bam,"
And then
what
all of a
does
sudden,
he flips senton. I'm like, done. I'm done. Can't say shit.
this man is a beast. A beast.
Yeah.
Fuck your
It-
earthquakes and typhoons.
It really, until you see the dude live, I mean, seeing the pictures just does not do him justice.
Not at all.
He is an
Yeah.
amazing physical specimen.
Because if you see the pictures, he just comes off as a generic big guy, like a lot of like WWE guys does.
But you don't
you're
get a
Mason
real-
Ryan, you're Ryback.
Yeah. You don't get a real grasp of his size and how scary
No.
this fucker can be.
And the man just has a presence about him.
He freaking slammed Matt Twisted twice into thumbtacks.
Probably the most vicious spot of the night. One choke slam onto the thumbtacks.
And let's be real here.
been
You
enough,
don't
but
see
two.
that shit. You don't see that shit in WWE.
Well, no, because they got to play it so safe. Listen, the thing that an indie show, especially this one, can get away with is that, unfortunately, like
There's
everybody.
not a lot of restrictions.
Well, everybody wants the Attitude Era back, but I mean, look, they got to portray a certain image to counter-effect the image that was caused by the Benoit tragedy and so many things, hence going PG. So on TV, at least for a couple years, I'd imagine, they still got to play that role to turn the tide of like, well, wrestling is just, drug addicts and killing themselves and sex and stuff. But there's still a lot of people out there that miss those days because they get it. They know that it's yes, things go on, but they still miss the edgier product.
And hardcore matches themselves gave just a different flavor than stuff you're used to. I mean, sometimes you just didn't want to see a straight up classic singles match,
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes you want to see someone go through a fucking table,
And
you
here's-
want to see the Mick Foley matches,
You want to see the McFoleys. You want to see the Al Snows. You want to see the Tommy Dreamers.
the
You want to see the
Sabus,
Dudleys.
you want to see these matches.
You want to
It's
see
not
the
because-
RVDs. You want to see the Hardys. You want to see the Edgy Christians.
And it's not because, oh, I'm a sadistic blood lover
Right.
maniac. It's just, it adds a different flavor. It's like you go to a Starbucks, you get a cup of coffee. Maybe this time you want to try something with a shot of caramel.
Yeah,
No, it's like it's more like you go to a burger joint. You're like, do you want bacon and cheese on that? Let's go for it.
Right. Who's the director of Pulp Fiction again?
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you want to see a Quentin Tarantino because you want to satisfy that side of yourself. And God, props to Matt Twisted, man.
Good
I was
God.
talking to Matt in the bathroom, man.
What an amazing
That
performer.
guy is awesome.
I was just
both
like,
participants, but I mean, my God.
Yeah. But
What?
here's the thing. I'm not actually going to go to Maldacito and ask him for his autograph. The guy kind of scares me.
The dude would eat you. He would
And I'm
like
not,
fucking eat
I
you.
am not a short man or a small man by any means of
You're
the world.
not.
I have fought men bigger than me, but fuck that.
Both of them are just so awesome. Put on such an amazing performance.
And you could tell like an absolute love for what they do. Because when I was talking to Matt in the back, he was just like, I love doing these matches.
Right.
Yeah.
And you could tell it's a genuine, he was even talking it while he was in freaking pain.
He wants to give everything he can to the fans. I mean, I was
he
like,
gives a very Mick Foley feel.
I mean, that's
absolutely.
that's a very good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember talking to him about the match, and I'm thinking like, Matt, you don't have to do the thumbtacks. As his friend, I'm like, you don't have to kill yourself. He's like, yeah, but I want to. And I was like, that there's, and it's not just because, the people that don't get it would say like, well, he's a sick guy or he's sadistic and he's weird. It's like, no, that's
not even part of it.
That's the love of the game. That's the devotion to your craft and to your art, and wanting the willingness to sacrifice your body just so the fans can go home that much happier. And there's something that's very, very pure to be commended on that aspect.
People would look at us like we're crazy. We're talking about hardcore matches and using the word pure.
But here's the thing.
But I agree. I absolutely agree with you.
It's what made ECW so successful for so many years. It's what made a lot of Japanese companies so successful for a lot of years. Mexican companies successful
And
for
hell,
so many years.
let's be real. WWE had the hardcore belt for a period of time.
And let's be honest, it's what made MMA so successful for a lot of years because these guys go through wars in the ring.
And let's be honest, we like using the phrase "let's be honest."
Yeah, let's be honest. That is a thing.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's let's be honest or I'm going to be real here for a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm going to let you finish.
We just came from a wedding where we pulled the Kanye gimmick. That was fun.
I'm going to let you finish, but Massive Maldacita is the greatest athlete of all time.
We didn't even mention that, like tea time with Bodyslams, and we actually had tea time today. With
Yeah!
actual scones.
Okay, I'm going to do
Congratulations to Eugene and Stephanie on their wedding.
Yay,
To
mazel
many-
tov.
to many years of happiness and love.
And
Yes.
Chato Tea Room is an awesome place if you guys want to go drink tea.
Yes, indeed.
Very good salmon sandwiches. You couldn't. All that was left was the cucumbers.
And nobody gives a fuck about the cucumbers.
Well,
I don't eat the food of my food. I eat the food.
Look, that's pickle. That's supposed to come with the sandwich.
yeah, it's like where's the
John
rest?
Panette, you're the man.
It's like an old man looking at a midget. Where's the rest of you?
I just picture Clint Eastwood looking at Peter Dinklage right now.
That
the
is-
rest of you.
That's quite possibly the most badass image in quite some time.
So overall thoughts leaving the show?
I left a very, very happy camper.
Here's the thing. While the last indie show I went to cost less, I feel like I paid more for the last show. This show, I felt like I got more than my money's worth. I
Yeah,
was
and-
happy, I was content, and I felt great.
And I know some people will be like, oh, you shouldn't compare them. But, like, let's be real here. We both went to these shows. I enjoyed myself much more fully. I like the environment. I enjoy watching wrestling with people my own age and older. So I thought the Skybox Arena was perfect for that alone.
Right.
And B, I really enjoyed the matches more. None of them felt stale to me. None of them felt like, oh, we're doing this again, or oh, we're doing that again, you know?
Right, and I'll say this as well. I mean, you could say, like, well, John's being biased. It's like, well, at the time I was a part of that show and only that show as well. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, yeah, nothing against the talent on any other show. Anybody who gets in there and bumps, period, has my respect.
Mm-hmm.
If you put on the tights, you lace up the boots, you put on the mask, you got mad respect.
But I'm very, very happy to be a part of a company that appreciates all sides of wrestling.
Yeah.
The pageantry, the character development, comedy at times, hardcore, lucha libre, American style,
Technical
technical expert, everything. You know, diversity is key and appealing to a wide audience. You have to, especially if you're trying to run a show where you can't necessarily bring in kids all the time, because that's where the money is at.
Unfortunately, yes, you're right. But with the wide cast of characters that you do have,
Yeah, if you provide an edgier product and a product that appeals, it doesn't matter what you do, so long as you market it right.
like we've talked about this, you could remake the Attitude Era without the blood, tits, and that kind of storytelling.
Well, we got both. But.
Yeah. No, of course you do. But like, you could do that now. WWE could do that now if they wanted to.
But I kind of, even though we've trashed their product at times, the current product, I get where they're coming from. I get that they have to turn the tide and sort of reset the deck.
And there are also things about the current product we still enjoy.
Absolutely. I mean, you can only push the envelope so far before it falls off the table. So now you kind of have to start over a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as much as we'll say, hey, I wish they would do this, or I wish they would do that, at the end of the day, especially in the position I'm in now, I do get it. I do understand things, even though I will respectfully say that there's still other things that they could be doing differently. That might be a good call.
Yeah.
So... we'll do a Tea Time with Bodyslams exclusive here. I'll announce that on May 9th, F.U.W returns to the Skybox. And a couple of matches already booked. Thank you, Damon and SoCal, for kind of taking that, doing what they did.
So that was off the cuff.
Yeah,
That was very
That was off the cuff?
I was like, wait a minute.
I wasn't playing.
Oh my god, that's even more radical.
Right, but
we
again-
got the dirt sheets here, people. The dirt.
But again, it's a show that's based upon give the people what they want. So what am I going to do? Say no because it wasn't the original plan? No. The fans want it. Give the people what they want. So for FU2 May 9th, it'll be Damon Devine versus SoCal Crazy again, provided that Damon can defeat Rick Dynamic, who is no slouch, in 2 minutes or less. If he gets through Rick Dynamic, he gets another shot at SoCal Crazy, with Rick Dynamic banned from the ringside area.
I get you for 2 minutes, Spider Freak.
And
Bonesaw.
returning to the Skybox will be Hudson Envy
Woo!
versus the creator of Dropkick Depression, Tara Calloway, making her
yeah.
return to San Diego for
So
the first
I'm
time.
looking forward to this one.
Hudson, I love you.
And,
I love you, Hudson.
And we will also have returning is
I'm a roller derby fan myself.
There will be 2 other attractions, definitely, at least, obviously, but a big favorite that was a huge hit at the Skybox, which we didn't have this time, but we will have again, is an over-the-top battle royal with as many participants as want to participate.
And someone special will be participating.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
It's yet to be decided, ladies and gentlemen.
And returning to the Skybox as well, a guy who was a huge favorite at the Skybox and in San Diego in general, now Mr. Entertainment, Joey the Bone
Barone.
Looking forward to having him back. He couldn't make this show due to commitments with his acting career now, but he is confirmed and will be there on May 9th.
I liked how we joined in at different parts. Joey the Bone Barone. Like we all joined in at like the different parts on each different
Very
syllable.
fun to say. And of course, obviously, you got to have another title defense for the Nug Life Championship from Matt Twisted. Who will he face? We'll see.
Well, I will say, Maldacito did not look happy about losing that match.
No, yeah.
He tried to steal the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there'll be other, people you saw on this show, some people that maybe you didn't, we'll see.
You gotta draw the card from the Vince Russo deck, brother,
Yeah.
where Matt Twisted and Maldacita pick a card from a random deck, and whatever the card is they draw, that item gets put on a pole, brother.
Absolutely. But again, to everybody who bought a ticket, who bought a shirt, to share a link online, who told people about the show, my God, thank you from the bottom of my heart so much for everything.
It's the first time ever he's thanking me for buying merch.
Sold out on the first motherfucking show.
Radical.
I can only, and
It's standing room only, folks.
sky's the limit, the space
This is the place.
FU2 May 9th.
We're going to the danger zone.
And there's so much potential. There's still so much room.
There is
Now, I
a lot
wanna,
of untapped potential.
yeah.
So we are looking. I know I am looking forward to this so much.
Now, the one thing I want to bring up for the next episode, and we've been dancing around this issue that we were going to talk about forever ago. The next episode, I'm confirming it now. American Style versus Lucha Libre. We're going to talk about it because what we've realized, we can only cover Raw so much until WrestleMania.
Yeah. And I know it can be, that's a very juicy subject, and it's artist subjective. So, I'm willing to bet there'll be some controversy from it. But
And if you have any topics that you want us to discuss, or you want things, or you have comments that you want to tell us,
yes,
or you just want to say that gimmick that I have of being a racist pornographic watching man is silly, or you want to buy that shirt.
You forgot. You jack off on beat to the Benoit song.
Right.
He's
He's doing the hand motion.
It's
and
adding
everything.
gimmicks every day, guys. So if you want to buy that shirt, you should also leave a comment on the thing down below.
Where's and is there like an email they can reach you at to give suggestions, or a Twitter or a Facebook? What's the best way?
They can reach us on Facebook with Tea Time with Bodyslams.
Yes.
Or you can email us at teatimewithbodyslams@yahoo.com.
Oh, which one you did that?
You have to do that for YouTube.
You got a point. But yeah, no, we do have a fan page. Thank you for the likes. Please continue to do that. We are so happy for all the support.
Yes, indeed. You guys have no idea how much this means to us. Continue to show us your support. We're going to continue to show you guys ours. Thank you so much. You guys make this happen.
Yeah, this
Truly
started
do.
as a lark, and it's turning into something which is so amazing. And please continue to give us the feedback. We want to hear from you. We want to give you, much like F.U.W, we want to give you what it is that you want. So let us know what that is.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And who knows, maybe later on we can have some guests, some call-ins. You never know.
We
because
might have
as
some massive people on the show. You never know.
Massive meld of people.
Meld of people.
Or maybe some sexy ladies.
Well, there you scared away all the women wrestlers. Thanks, John.
Oh.
Thanks a lot. Your desperation has killed us all.
Hey, fuck you! You shit!
By the by.
That's it. You, me, in the ring right now.
Speaking of in the ring, I want to bring up one thing. Thanks for I got to sell a kendo stick shot and got a thumbtack.
We did do that in the ring,
Yeah,
didn't
and
we?
I got a slight thumbtack on my body.
Oh, where?
It was near the back, like on my side. And I was just
Wow.
like, it was more along the lines of, that's there.
Alcohol does amazing things.
It really does. I was just like, I did not notice that thing there. I'm gonna drunkenly swagger outside.
And apologies for any sort of clipping on the audio, guys. We're always trying different ways of recording this show and making it as good as possible. So we're going to clean it up as much as possible. If you hear a buzz or anything like that, we're working on it.
Yeah,
We're working on it. Don't worry.
We're so enthusiastic that no microphone can contain the audio, the decibel level of our passion.
I mean, we're
Yep.
just all crackling with sexual energy. What can I say? It's coming off of us in wisps.
Yes.
So, if you guys got, leave some comments for us, leave us some messages. For those Navy guys who were talking to me earlier, they're like, we want to leave some pictures on your stuff. Yeah, just fucking do it.
By all means.
By all means, we'll plug you guys, of course, and
We love hearing from you. We love hearing your opinions. And, I think that's all we got for today.
Until next time,
It's Tea Time with Bodyslams.
with
Raging Crow, the porno watcher, who's racist and jacks off
just
the
a
Benoit.
terrible human being in general.
I'm really bad, apparently.
is-
Why am I not a heel?
He is the epitome of a shitbag, but he's a babyface nonetheless.
I am the most awful I am inverse John Cena. It's the best.
Old ladies try to hit you with their cars.
That was the thing.
But it's Raging Crow, Justin Garcia, the Jonathan Chavez, and the John Allen.
I half expect you to say Latin Sex Machine, but I'll go with the Jonathan Chavez for right now.
The Jonathan
Yeah,
Chavez
go ahead.
and the John Allen.
Ride my coattails.
Yes, riding his coattails. This
Yeah.
show was just masturbation for John
It
Allen.
absolutely was. Thank you guys again.
Was it as good for you as it was for us?
It was. It was there. Tea time with
Justin,
bodies.
what have I told you about using hand lotion?
Yeah. You're gonna chafe. You're gonna burn it. You're gonna
gotta
whittle
go-
it down.
You can't go on beat like that.
Tea time with Bodyslams. FansUnitedWrestling.com. Thank you so much for listening. Keep it up. We'll be here for you.
Peace out, guys.
Good night.
Later.